Thank you for joining me today. It's Brian Gubernick, and welcome to the No Days Off podcast, where we believe that each day brings a new opportunity to get better. Better at business, better at health, better at relationships, just better at life. So let's get right into it. Today, we're going to be discussing thoughts around how to jumpstart your day, how to really kick your day off the right way. So the question is, I think the focusing question is, what can you do each and every morning that gets you moving forward, creating momentum, getting on the right path to ultimately having a successful day, right? So that's the question. I'm going to give my answer today, or what specifically I do. That necessarily does not make it the right thing to do. I just want to share some examples of things that I'm doing, but what I really want you to focus in on today, specifically from like the no days off perspective, right? Like every day we can get better at something. So I want you to get better at how you kick off your day, how you jumpstart your day. I want you thinking around what you can do. I'll share what I'm actually doing. So for me, I do have a morning routine, and I'm going to give you the real morning routine. I'm not going to give you the textbook, here's what everybody likes to hear about reading or meditating or doing all different sorts of things. While I do things like that, I'm going to give you the raw, the real approach to how I start my day. That helps me start to create some momentum. So when I go into my day, I win the morning and then win the later half of the day as a result. My morning routine is really all about creating energy, right? I'm trying to not just wake up, but energize myself, get myself rolling, get my mind right, get my body right. And so much of what I do is really framed around or focused around creating that energy. So when I'm up, the first thing I'm going to do, of course, besides just brush my teeth and all that, I do immediately get up and have a giant glass of water. Now, in my water, I do include different supplements that I take. Doesn't so much matter what the supplements are. We can share that another day. A couple supplements, but the main point is I immediately hydrate. For me, I physically feel better after I immediately hydrate. And I think that's obvious to many of you. Like, hey, hydration first thing makes sense. But I'm always shocked by the quantity of people, the number of people I chat with that actually don't get up in the morning and realize, hey, I haven't had anything for 8 hours. I'm probably dehydrated. So I'm going to encourage everybody, again, this is right for me, but frankly, from a health perspective, it's probably right for you. Get up and hydrate. Now, for me, I do add, in addition to some supplements, I do add some Himalayan salt. I drink salt water in the morning. There are a number of health benefits to that. You could research it, but that is something that I do. After I hydrate, I actually head right out the door and go for a walk outside, obviously. Now, I take my dog out, and so he, frankly, is my accountability partner. But if I can move immediately, if I can get out the door and walk outside, and a lot of times during the year it's in fact dark out or cold out, and then of course during the summer here where I'm at it's rather hot, but doesn't matter, getting out and immediately moving really helps me kind of set the tone for my morning, right? So we get out and we walk about 2,500 to 3,000 steps, which equates to about, a mile and a half or so for my dog and me. And it's just a neighborhood walk outside, no headphones, no nothing, just me, the dog, and him on a leash, and we're just walking. Again, I like to get out there. It's beneficial for, of course, the dog, but it helps me kind of get my mind right and get set. When we get back to the house, I actually will work out. Now, that workout may be a full-scale workout. Like maybe that means I'm going to go run for half an hour or an hour or do something with weights or whatever it may be. But more oftentimes than not, it's usually just 5 to 10 minutes of high-intensity movement. I usually work out later in the afternoon. So in my morning routine, I will do something that's likely 10, minutes or so, high intensity, get the heart rate up, and I want to break a sweat. All right, so I've already walked, it set the tone, it helped me get my mind right. I go 10 minutes of high intensity, I want to break a sweat, get my heart rate up, and that really gets me going. Like that gets me up at that point, right? Like the grogginess or whatever I may have had, that's gone because I've just now gone 10 minutes. After that, I am a ice tub, one of those ice tub nuts. I do cold plunge, and I love the benefits of that. Today is not about discussing the cold plunge, but that's it. That is it, right? So it is get up, drink water, walk, move, cold plunge, and now I've spent an hour or so prepping for my day. And that's how I get my battery charged. That's how I get my energy going. Right now, do I read, or will I do some other things like meditate or listen to a podcast? Yes, I do those things. I don't do them consistently. I don't make them part of my morning routine. But there are things I do from time to time. The thing here, and what I want to express as we start to wrap up, you don't have to follow my routine. My routine may not make any sense for you whatsoever, but in the spirit of getting better every single day, starting your morning off right is critical to your success. So my question again is, what can you start doing, or what can you add even to your current routine that will make you better, that will create more energy, that will create momentum so you go out and you crush your day? Think about it. And let's take action. If you're listening to this in the morning, maybe your routine's already passed, so we could start it tomorrow morning. Anyhow, that's all we have for today. No Days Off podcast. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, every single day brings a new opportunity to get better. So let's get after it. Thank you.